Hello there, I'm Mary Myatt, and I'm delighted to support the Women Ed Thankful Celebration and Wishes for 2024. So there are three areas that I'd like to identify and to name check a few people. And the first is the work being done by Amy Tinkler and colleagues supporting those who are working in small schools. And I think we have so much to learn from colleagues who are making curriculum work across phases, across ages, in mixed age classes, and just absolutely brilliant. So first of all, to Amy Tinkler and the work around small schools. The second is in relation to diversity. And while a great deal has happened, I think there are some absolute trailblazers in this. And so I'd like to reference the work of Hannah Wilson and Benny Cara from Diverse Ed, and also Shami Rahman from Hertfordshire Grid for Learning, just doing sensational work day by day on the ground, supporting colleagues to get a better provision, better representation across the sector. So just wonderful to see. And then the third element that I think Women Ed needs huge applause for is the support for flexible working, and just absolutely tremendous. And these initiatives led by women, and of course thousands of others beyond those I've name checked in this short session, have impact not just on women, but also on everyone working in education. And that's why this work is so important. In terms of looking forward to 2024, what I find really helpful is to reflect on a regular basis on Rosabeth Moss-Kanter's 6 keys. And Rosabeth Moss-Kanter is an American academic, and for the last several decades, she's been working from the University of Harvard, identifying the key characteristics of organizations that are successful in the broadest terms, where those working for them thrive in the biggest sense, where they do good work in their communities, and where everyone is kind of happy to be involved with them. And so Rosabeth, after analyzing hundreds of thousands of organizations, has come up with 6 keys that she's identified as being common within those organizations. And I think they're great ones to tap into as we think about coming into the new year. So key number 1 is show up. Now, obviously, unless we're ill, but showing up in our complete selves, not just physically present, but also psychologically and emotionally present for the people that we're working with. The second key is speak up. And that's something that Women Ed does brilliantly. It's advocacy for all in education, and in particular for women, to speak up for what is right. And even if that makes us sometimes unpopular in some quarters, I would also add a rider to that, and that's to encourage our colleagues to speak up, because it's my view that everyone has something important to share. The third key is to look up, and this is really helpful to remind ourselves of why we do this work in education in general, and why we as women have also got an obligation to look up to the bigger reasons for our work and for our agency in trying to make things better for all. So to look up to the bigger reason, the bigger purpose for why we're here and why we do what we do. The fourth one is to team up. Now, if there's any organization that shows the power of teaming up, I remember the first conference at Hannah's school several years ago, and just to see how the organization has grown both nationally and internationally, it's truly phenomenal. And that only comes through teamwork based on great principles of equity and inclusion, and also, I would argue, the joy that comes from that. The fifth one is to never give up. And I think this is really important. Rosabeth Moss-Kanter's got a great way of framing it. She says, it never feels like success when you're in the middle of doing something. So this idea that we never give up when we know that we've got a moral purpose behind what we're doing, that when we have setbacks, we sometimes need to take some time to regroup and think about our strategies, but actually to have this idea that we keep going. And I think linked to that is to look back and just see how far we've come. And then the sixth and final key is to lift others up. I just love this. I think it's the greatest gift we can give to other people is to encourage them. So there we have it. I think Women Ed does amazing work, and we're very lucky to have it structured and formalized in this way, and really, really happy to be sharing some thoughts with you.